What's up, folks at home? Wheatus Marine here. Hey, we're letting the cat out of the bag. We're bringing to you the all-new 2025 Bass Cat Cougar FTD. Now, folks, we've been a Bass Cat dealer for several months now, and I regret I have not shot you all a video. A lot of people asked that. They said, hey, you guys are Bass Cat video. When's the Bass Cat video coming? I'm sorry. We sold a couple last year. They came out too quick, and I didn't get the videos done on them. But I want to start out with a bang, the all-new 2025 Cougar FTD. Let's take a tour. All right, so let me kind of give you my first impression of the Bass Cat. And I want to start a little different here. Instead of starting on the boat, I want to start on the trailer. So Bass Cat makes their own trailers in-house. Man, they've got one of the coolest trailers, and in my opinion, looks to be one of the best built trailers out there. They come with a really cool step. I believe the Puma and some of the other ones have a pole on them. These parts here are fiberglass. The fenders are fiberglass. This boat here actually has a couple upgrades on the wheels. But man, they're killing it on the wheels here. The General Tire Automax RTs on them, killing the trailer game here. I believe that a lot of the feedback I've seen online too is Bass Cat, the trailers are very durable. But back to the boat, all right? So this one we did upgrade to a Yamaha. The Yamaha is an upgrade on the boat. We're running the two 8-foot blade power poles. These are the new 1-pump power poles. Power pole now has a new single pump, so 1 pump servicing 2 poles. This Bass Cat here is going to have Lowrance side imaging transducer. All right, again, we can see the cool Bass Cat trailer. And let's open up the back and we'll start there. All right, so in the battery compartment of the Bass Cat, we've got a nice single door back here, all right? I believe if we do not have the seat in, this door comes all the way forward, so it allows us to have total access. Bass Cat, we have 2 fuel tanks in the back. I believe these total 52 gallons. So it's on the big side of things for the bass boat market. Bass Cat believes in keeping the weight in the back of the boat. That's one of the reasons they're getting the speed out of these rigs, okay? All right, so at the heart of the Bass Cat here, we're kind of checking out the cockpit, all right? This one's got a nice HDS 12 Pro flush mounted. You know, a lot of people are getting away from flush mounting. I still think if you've got a single graph, man, it's a clean install. A lot of you guys that are in and out of the covered docks and timber and stuff a lot, man, there's something to be said to have your graph just nice and flush mounted. Obviously, Wheatus Marine, we're custom rigging shop, as you guys well know by now, and we can rig this with dual dash mounts or however you want to do it. So the Bass Cat dash on this Cougar is simple. We got a trim gauge, we got fuel, water pressure, tachometer. We do have a cool push button dash. Has all of our functions here. This boat has a blower system in it for our tackle, our live well controls, our bilge pumps, our recirculate, pump in and pump out. Bass Cats come with a cool Ram X mount here. This is a cool place that we can put our cell phone. Maybe if you're gonna pull up some maps, maybe you got like the Lake Master map. This is a Lowrance boat, but you want to pull up the Humminbird Lake Master map. Good place, put your iPhone in there and you have a place there that you can view that. We've got the new Power Pole 1 pump. This is pretty cool. It's a new remote for Power Pole. These new Power Poles are real quiet. I don't have these hooked up, but I will say they're a little quieter than the last generation. So on the Bass Cat, we'll have a master power switch right here. Master power switch comes on, and then we can access nice push buttons. Of course, we have our horn, we have our bilge pump, we've got our lights, we've got our aerators. One cool feature on the Cougar, we have a fan. I don't know if you can hear that running, but that's a nice feature. So if we get a little moisture in our compartments, we come back and fishing, we can turn that fan on. We've got our trim. If we had a hydraulic jack plate, you'd have a dual trim. And we've added a hot foot on this one, okay? So we got a hot foot and slider. We've got a nice little cleat right here that pops up, a good place to tie our boat when we're approaching the dock. And you know, this boat has all the premium features. So this boat has the light up handrails. So the seats, my first impression, the seats, I've always spoke about boats. I like to sit up high in a boat. I believe that gives you the best unobstructed view of timber, of running, all these graphs we're putting on boats now. The seats, they seem to hug my back well. I can push myself into them. They've got, you know, a nice lumbar to them. The nice thing about the Bass Cat seats is they open up. There is storage underneath there. I see that being the perfect place. Maybe put a spare prop. So in this Bass Cat, we did opt for an optional feature. This is a step-up seat. What this does is give us a little step from the front deck down, gives us a place for a third passenger, and then lastly, we have an additional cooler underneath here. The Bass Cat Livewells. So at first glance, they're a little different. We've got a triangular shaped lid and these latches right here. Opens up, nice Bass Cat logo here cut out in SeaDek. And the live wells are deep. So the first thing I see in these live wells is they're super deep. I don't know Bass Cat's reasoning behind that. It's definitely kind of unconventional, but I know they have a reason, and that's something if any one of you know that have had a Bass Cat before, you want to put in the comments why you know that is. It's something I'd like to learn too. Nice live wells. I like live wells that you can reach from the seat because, you know, if I'm in rough water, I want to stop, check on my fish. It's nice to be able to do so, okay? They lock down nice. We've got two nice rear storage boxes back here. Bass Cat has foam underneath their lids. I appreciate that they have the foam underneath their lids. That's real nice. And they've got a nice big gasket that goes around them. Plenty of room in here for stuff. Nice, kind of one of the nice touches. You buy a Bass Cat, it comes with this nice owner's packet bag. We have two compartments here that we can access. Little trays here, and I believe this gives us access to pumps, and we can get in here to some of our valves, so that's kind of nice. And just additional storage. Hardware on the Bass Cat seems to be first notch on everything. Again, we have another cleat right here for the passenger side to pull up and tie off to. Co-angler rod area here that has room for a couple of rod butts, a couple cup holders for baits, and of course a strap to hold our co-angler's rods down. All right, so let's get to the business end of this. The front deck. So the biggest thing that I see that's unique about Bass Cat, that's different than any other boat I've sold before, is Bass Cat actually has their trolling motor pedal the furthest forward of any boat that I've ever seen. Me being a shallow water flipper pitcher, I appreciate this. I'm able to come to the front of this boat further in this boat than any of the other boats that we sell. So why does that give me an advantage? It's gonna allow me to be as nose forward as I can. I'm gonna be as close when I'm trying to nose up, get a bait back. I don't know, I'm aggressive the way I fish shallow water, and I like being close to the nose of the boat. That's a feature. But we can kind of look in here a little more. You see we have a battery tender, which is a automatic disconnect. We can automatically disconnect our trolling motor. And we've got a standard balls out mount with an HDS 12 Pro on it here. There's room to put double grafts in there. But again, I want to just look at this. This is unique, all right? But I think Bass Cat does a great job with this. I think they do offer this little piece comes out in case for whatever reason you would want your trolling motor pedal to be further back. But I don't think I would want that. I like being up in the nose of the boat. Very nice. Coming back from the nose, front deck is roomy, okay? I'm not gonna say that this is one of the widest front decks out there, but it's definitely sufficient, and it definitely has enough room. So let's dive into the tackle compartments. So the first box right here, middle compartment, we got a large, fairly open compartment here, okay? So you can kind of probably do a lot of different things with it. We do have a little tray right here that we can put some Plano boxes in, but overall it's a pretty much big open compartment. We've got a good piston on here. We've got, again, that foam. You can't see it, but folks, these are automatic lights. So as soon as I open that compartment up, we automatically have lights that are gonna come on it. All right, coming up here, we have another tackle compartment that we have some more trays in. We have bulk room, and we have this box over here, which acts as a day box. We have room for pliers, keep them below deck. I like that. We have room for dip dyes, other things like that. Just a nice, handy little day box. And again, Bass Cat has a little more of a unique configuration than everybody else has, which I appreciate that. All right, so we open up the starboard side rod locker. We've got a very ample rod locker here, lots of room, okay, for more tackle, bulk storage, what have you. Very deep, very roomy, it's carpeted. And on our main rod locker, we open up, we have a large rod locker. There are rod butts in here, rod tubes, or we can put rods underneath it. So it gives us the option to keep our top rods on top and organized, and we have room to slide bulk rods underneath. I would say first impression, I'm very impressed with how deep and open these rod lockers are. I think you can really fit a lot of rods in. They seem to be bigger than other boats that might even be wider. Bass Cat's got this nice little on-deck light that you can actually turn on right here, aid you in the mornings. All right, folks, so we did a tour of the Cougar. What's Bass Cat known for? Well, most of you already know Bass Cat is known as an ultra premium boat, okay? They've always been known for ultra premium build quality, ultra premium customer service. Unfortunately, they've also been known as an ultra premium price tag. Well, Bass Cat is mixing it up and they're getting very aggressive. So a basic Cougar package, which comes with a Mercury 250, 2 power pole blades, 24 or 36 volt trolling motor, 2 12-inch grafts, okay, and a forward-facing sonar unit, comes to market at $79,900, okay? This boat is a little more because we did add a Yamaha. We added trailer upgrade and wheels. We added a center step-up box to it. We added a custom cover. But for $79.9, it gets you on the water fishing. I know that's a lot of money, but if we compare that to a lot of the $100,000 plus rigs that are out there, $79.9 is a very competitive price point. I think Bass Cat is going to do very well, and we're very excited to pick up Bass Cat as this time as they're getting more aggressive to market. So, folks, what do you think of the Bass Cat? Would you like to see some more videos of the Puma SDS and other models they have? Drop your comments, questions, concerns below. We'd love to hear from you. And again, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Hey, Weeda's Marine, we're now your home for Bass Cat boats.